Today in this video, we're going to talk about how using Klarna and any of the buy now, pay laters can stop you from buying a house. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. Okay, I've been getting a lot of questions that people have been texting, asking if I'm using Klarna or Affirm or any of the buy now, pay laters, can that affect me when I'm going to try to buy a house? Yes, it can. I know you've probably been seeing here lately that Klarna is going to be reported. Klarna and Affirm and all of those are going to be reporting to the credit bureaus if you miss your payment, if you stop making your payments. And that's whether you buying, food on Uber Eats or, DoorDash or whatever, or if you're buying furniture, you're buying vacations, you're buying plane tickets and everything. Whatever you're buying on those buy now, pay laters, if you stop making your payments, if you missing your payments, whatever, if they have to come after you, for the payments, it's going to be reported on your credit report. So obviously your credit score is going to be impacted if you have those late payments or those collection activities on your credit report. It's going to tank your credit report. It's going to tank your credit score, and you're going to have collections and stuff that you're going to have to pay off. It's going to be a hot mess. So I suggest if you do use buy now, pay later, make sure you make your payments on time. Me personally, I love buy now, pay later because some stuff, like a lot of stuff I buy, I use my credit card so I can get points, different credit cards for different points, different things like that. But sometimes I do like to do the buy now, pay later because it helps me manage cash flow, So, but hey, knock on wood, praise the Lord, knock on wood. I ain't never miss a payment. I always make sure I got, money to do that. But I just like to do it sometimes, just for cash flow reasons. So you need to make sure it's something you can afford before you do it, because those payments are going to come out every 2 weeks. However they break it up, it's going to come out every 2 weeks. Now, on the underwriting side, besides it affecting your credit score, let me tell you how it can jack you up. So when we're underwriting, the buy now, pay laters are viewed more like an installment loan. They're not like revolving credit, number one. So number two, if you're buying something, let's say you're buying, a vacation. Let's say you planned a vacation, and the vacation is $3,000, right? You're going to be gone for a week or whatever you're doing, wherever you're going, okay? But you put it on Affirm where you buy now, so when you do it, like when you're buying a vacation through Affirm, they'll go ahead and, pay for your plane tickets. They'll go ahead and reserve your spot at the resort, stuff like that, right? And then you're just making the payments every month or every 2 weeks or however it is with the buy now, pay later. When you go to get a mortgage, okay, and when we pull your credit, when we start the underwriting on you, if that buy now, pay later has more than 10 payments left, that has to be included in your DTI. So let me say it again. If it's a $3,000 vacation and you're paying, $150 a month or whatever, however they break it up, right? At the time when we start underwriting your file, if you have more than 10 payments left, 10 of the monthly payments, let's say if it's drafting every 2 weeks and you have, you're going to need to double that payment to get your monthly payment. So, so that $150 would be $300 a month. And let's say the trip was, let's make it $3,500 or $3,600. Okay. If at the time we start underwriting your file and we pull credit that day and you still got let's say you still got a $3,300 balance on that bad boy, and I can see that it's $300 a month, $300 a month or $150 every 2 weeks, that's more than 10 payments. That amount, that $300, has to be included in your DTI. So that may blow your DTI. If you was already tight on your debt to income limit, and you have more than 10 payments left on that buy now, pay later, it will be included in your debt to income. So again, if you don't pay it and it goes to collections, it's going to drop your credit score, and it's going to mess you up. Okay, because then you're going to have collections and stuff like that beyond the credit score dropping. If you have more than 10 payments left, it has to be included. That monthly payment has to be included in your debt to income. Now I'm going to tell you now, as an underwriter, for me, those are two instances, obviously, but I'm going to tell you the third way that buy now, pay later may affect you. Because see, when you're sending in your file for underwriting, I want the last 2 months of bank statements. Every underwriter is going to want to see the last 2 months of bank statements. So, because I'm going to go through there. We go through your bank statements. So like when you have, I'm going to tell you just some instances I've had people be like, oh, I didn't know that counted. I didn't know that would hurt. Let's say you borrowed from your 401k, right? Or you borrowed from something that's automatically coming out of your bank account or coming out of your check, your paycheck every so often, every time you get paid, or once a month or whatever. We looking at that because these are the things that when the computer says, I don't know, when that underwriting model says, I don't know, you look at it. So when it prompts us to look at that file, meaning it's not saying yes, it's not saying no. It wants a human to look at it. It wants a semi-manual underwrite. We go into the bank statements. So you may be thinking, okay, that 401k loan, okay, I'm paying that back to myself. It still counts. It still counts. And the same thing, if I see a big payment for buy now, pay later, I'm going to question it because I'm automatically going to want to know how many payments we got left. I'm going to need some more documentation. On the flip side, if I see, let's say your credit score is not the best. Again, the underwriting, the algorithm is like, I don't know. And they want me to look at it. And let's say we already tight on that DTI. You shake it. You shake it all the way around, right? But I see you door dashing every week, twice a week, 3-4 times a week, whatever. And you doing buy now, pay later on all of them. I'm going to have a problem. I'm just telling you, as an underwriter, I'm going to have a problem with that. And that is the reason why the algorithm is saying, hey, somebody look at this. Somebody physically put an eye on this. That's going to be a problem. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or make you feel any type of way. Hey, it's hard out here. Times is hard out here. Whatever way you got to do to survive, that's cool. I dig it. Do what you got to do. By any means necessary. Do what you do. But if you are relying on buy now, pay later for basic necessities like food and like your groceries, I don't even know. Can you put gas on there? Can you get gas? If you could do gas, I'm sure some people would do gas. I don't know. But all I'm saying to you is that if you are in that position where you are having to rely on buy now, pay later a lot, and with the buy now, pay laters, let me throw in there, if you're doing a whole lot of payday loans, yes, I know you're thinking to yourself, I know people with payday loans out are not trying to get mortgages. They do it every day. So I'm just telling you. But as an underwriter, if I see that, we're going to have an issue because you are not ready. You are not ready. Because if you're doing a lot of buy now, pay laters, then you obviously don't have any money in reserves. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have reserves. You got to show that once this loan closes and you buy the house and all that good stuff, that you've got money left over. Normally we want to see at least 2 months worth of reserves, and that's 2 months worth of PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. But if you are constantly buy now, pay later, you Klarna, you Affirm, you whatever, you constantly doing that, I don't think you're ready to buy a house. I think you may want to hold up, get some stuff straightened out, get some stuff paid off or something, increase your income, because no, that buy now, pay later can jack you up when it comes to getting a mortgage. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I am a mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. I hope this video has helped you. If you know someone that it would help, please share the video with them. Please give the video a thumbs up. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.